Every marketing team says they are data-driven. But then they send out a 17-page dashboard full of CTRs, page views, and bounce rates. And nobody, not even the person who made it, knows what decision to make from it. You are not dumb. You're just drowning in dashboards. So let's fix this together. Hey there, I'm Yevgen from OWOX. If you're ever struggled to align on metrics, make sense of conflicting numbers, or just got tired of getting yet another report as a CSV file sent by email, you are exactly in the right place. On this channel, we talk all things about analytics, reporting, marketing, data modeling, spreadsheets, warehouses, and how to finally build a reporting system that people actually trust. In this video, we're going to unpack 5 mistakes that marketers make when it comes to data, and what to do instead if you want your numbers to actually move the business forward. Also, before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the OWOXBI YouTube channel and hit that bell down below so you don't miss upcoming videos packed with real talk about analytics for marketers. Alright, let's jump in. ROAS, the golden child of every performance team. Someone said, we got 9x return on ad spend last month. Cool, quick question. Did you subtract your cost of goods sold, shipping returns, trial churn, or refunds? No? Well, then you didn't get 9x ROAS. You got a fantasy. Here's the thing. Unless your cost of goods sold is literally zero, like unless you're selling air or digital goods with no cost, ROAS is not a real business metric. It's just revenue divided by ad spend. That's it. It looks amazing on a deck, slaps on a slide, sounds great in the all-hands meeting, but if you are not factoring in CAC, churn, margins, and retention, you are not optimizing for growth. You are just optimizing your burn rate. At OWOXBI, we help teams stop chasing vanity metrics and start defining the real ones, reliable business KPIs that everyone agrees on. Not just marketing, but also finance and sales and the executives. Because when everyone speaks the same revenue language, you stop guessing and you start growing. You can try it all absolutely for free right now. I'll leave a link in the description to this video. Up next, GE4 gave us events instead of hits earlier, and marketers said, cool, let's track everything. Scrolls, event. Clicks, event. Specific click, sure. Let's log in that 10 different ways. Breathing while inside? Maybe that's worth tracking too? 3 weeks later, someone asks, how many conversions did we get last month? And you proudly reply, 2,471 clicks, 847 scrolls, 3 form starts, and 0 additional context. Look, tracking is not the same as understanding. Just because you can log an interaction doesn't mean it matters. Clicks and scrolls are activity, not outcomes. But if your reports treat every mouse wiggle like a sale, you're not doing analytics, you're just counting stuff. At OWOX, we help you define what actually matters. Sign-ups, purchases, qualified leads, real business outcomes that you can try. Track what matters right now. Click the link in the description to this video, ignore what doesn't matter, and get the answers your team actually needs to grow faster. This dashboard has everything. Page views, sessions, scroll depth, 17 tabs, 12 filters, and somehow not a single useful insight for a marketing leader. Dashboards are supposed to help you make decisions, but most of them, they are just digital junk drawers. They look impressive, but nobody knows what they are looking at. No one opens it unless something breaks. And even then, they stare at the red number and blame the data. If your dashboard doesn't help someone answer a real question, it's not helping. It's just noise with nice formatting. At OWOX, we believe a good report should answer the following questions. What happened? Why did it happen? And what should we do with it? If it cannot do that, well, start over. Or better yet, start with a data model that's built around your business logic, your centralized metrics definitions. Then, let your team chat with the data instead of guessing from a chart. Every team says they are data-driven. Marketing says revenue was $312K last month. Sales says $297K. Finance says $284K and $400. And do not ask again. And somehow, all these three numbers are correct. Same company, same month, three different numbers, all correct. Until the meeting starts. Why? Well, because every team pulls data from a different place, with a different definition and a different agenda. One team attributes revenue by order date. The other one uses the payment date. And nobody knows why the dashboards do not match. Being data-driven isn't about having more data or more reports or more dashboards. It's about having shared definitions of what the data means to everyone. Because if every team defines revenue differently, it's not just confusing, it's really dangerous for the business. And that's how decisions get delayed. Reports lose trust and analytics turns into a finger pointing. At OWOX, we help you build a single source of truth, centralized metrics definitions, centralize the logic behind the KPI calculations, data models, so everyone from CMO or a finance leader to data analyst is looking at the same truth and actually moving in the same direction. That's how you end up the house. That's how you build trust, and that's how you make decisions that actually stick. That's what being data-driven really means. Marketing needs a quick revenue breakdown by campaign? Ask the analyst. Sales wants to slice by region, then by product? Ask the analyst. Your CEO wants a comparison to last quarter? You guessed it right. Ask the analyst. And please, the deadline is yesterday. And sure, analysts can do it. But they're not your personal data concierge. They are hired to analyze data, not babysit CSVs and pull numbers on repeat. When every question requires a Slack ping, a Jira ticket, or a custom SQL query, you're not being data-driven. You're just outsourcing basic reporting to quite an expensive person in the room. At OWOX, we help you fix that. We give analysts the tools to define metrics, build a data model, and create reusable business logic so business users, just like you, the one listening to me right now, can answer your own questions yourself without waiting for help. And hint, you don't need to learn SQL either. That is the way analysts get focused on rules, modeling, and analytics, on putting the knowledge into a reusable asset, while business teams get the reports they need right when they need them, themselves using the chat UI. That's not just efficient, that's what modern teams are supposed to look like. Just once again, being data-driven isn't about having more dashboards or more reports. It's about being able to answer any of your business questions with data, yourself, exactly when it's needed, and when you bring a report to a meeting, every number means the same thing to everyone. It's about control for a data analyst, freedom for the business users to access the data they need, and finally, the trusted metrics for everyone. It's about alignment, and it's about finally answering real business questions without back and forth. Slack thread that ends in, "Can you export that CSV?" That's exactly why we built OWOXBI, to help analysts build the system once, define metrics, and reuse that 100 times by business users, to let business teams explore data in plain English without breaking things, to stop answering the same questions in 17 different ways because now there's a shared definition behind every metric and a shared model powering every report. OWOXBI gives you a single source of truth. It connects your data in the data warehouse and custom spreadsheets with private context, as well as conversations between data teams and business users back to real business logic. And yes, you can literally chat with your data to get answers yourself instantly. That is what reporting should feel like and look like in 2025 and beyond. Before you go, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, or give me a dislike if you don't. Subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update on data tips for marketers and data folks. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you experienced any of the mistakes I've just mentioned? Because I love hearing your stories. And just once again, you don't need yet another dashboard to make better decisions. You need a system that turns your data into trusted answers to business questions fast. Build reporting that actually makes sense. Try OWOXBI. It's free for you. Thanks for watching. I'm Yevgen from OWOX. Keep exploring your data. Stay curious, and as always, happy analyzing.